Welcome back to another video. So today we're talking about the GoPro Hero 7. Currently I'm filming on the 9. This is what my little rig looks like. But I know a lot of you guys out there have the Hero 7 and have not been buying a camera every year. I skipped over the 8 and just waited for the 9 to come out because I didn't feel like I wanted to spend money because it's expensive buying a new camera every year. So I'm going to show you guys how I've had my GoPro 7 set up, and I had the Karma grip and some filters and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to show you guys my setup quickly of how I got the best stabilization and the best setup for your GoPro Hero 7, especially when you're filming outdoors. It's cold outside. It's kind of blown out, but I live in Canada, and this last week it's been minus 35 and I haven't been out filming, but it gets cold here, so you need to make sure your batteries are charged and you have a battery pack. So we're gonna jump into setting up the camera. So first off is you need your GoPro Hero 7 black. This is this one. The other thing that I would recommend right off the bat are these bad boys. They're Polar Pro ND filters, so they just pop out of the little case. This is the little rubber thing that actually goes, I'll show you. So you just twist off your lens like this. Now you have to throw this little rubber cap on, and you just throw it in between the lens like that, and then you can take your ND filter and just twist it on. Now next step is you need your Karma grip. You can find these, here we have what's called Kijiji, Craigslist or eBay. You can find these relatively cheap now. This setup too is kind of for someone who maybe already has the 7 and is looking to just upgrade it a little bit. But if you're going to buy a new setup altogether, I would just suggest getting the 9, because for the same price of getting yourself all rigged up for the 9, it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's a lot less equipment to deal with, and in my opinion that setup is better than this current setup. But if you don't have a ton of money, you don't want to burn money, you already maybe have these things, this is the way to go. The Karma grip detaches, and the Karma grip comes with this little ring, and this little ring is important for later on in the video. So you just plug in the GoPro, so you just plug it in like this. Now when you're bolting on this little piece, you need to put this ring on first, so that it slides on like that. Now you put on the Karma grip and you just lock it tight. Now comes to the more fun stuff. So I have my monopod here. It's a nice little Insigma one. It's relatively cheap. I got it for I think like 40 bucks. So the other thing is you need this little attachment piece, so you can bolt on your camera. Get it nice and tight, but not too tight. And there you go, it's on. So this is where this little piece comes in. You just clamp it down, like so, slide it in. The setup is coming along slowly. You can see here, I had duct tape, and there's duct tape on here. I have to move this back actually. This is because it's set up for the Hero 9 right now, which if you want to see my Hero 9 setup, watch or click this video right here. Anyways, so this, because this kind of still flops around a little bit, even with it just having this little bracket, it just kind of moves a little bit in there. It's not horrible, but when you're hitting jumps and snowboarding, as I do, I want it to be fairly stable and I don't want any wiggling. So I would just throw duct tape around this. It helps quite a bit. So that's why there's duct tape on here. So what we're actually going to do is spin this guy. So this is a GoPro pole mount, if you didn't know that already. You can buy it as an accessory from GoPro or on eBay or Amazon, or a lot of camera stores do have that too, because it's a pretty common accessory. So this is where it kind of gets a bit tricky. You have to run 2 cameras for this setup if you want good audio. And the GoPro Hero 7 does not have the best audio by itself. So you need to get, and this is why I say like it's expensive to actually have this whole setup versus just the 9 with the media mod. So what you need to do is get this external mic setup from Sennheiser for the GoPro Hero 4. Pretty straightforward. It's just this little battery pack thing, plugs into the side of your GoPro, and that is it. And then you just clamp it down, and that's it. So this records really good audio. The downside is you have to run a second camera. So that's the annoying thing, is when you're filming, you have to make sure you're recording on both cameras. And then when you do start recording, normally what I do is I give so that in post-production I can sync those clips with the audio from this camera and the video from this camera, and they'll line up nicely. And it makes it super easy. But it's a lot more hassle because you're dealing with 2 video files. You have to go in and separate them after in post-production. The end result is a lot better than just filming this. So with this one is same thing. That's why I have the pole mount. You attach it to the bottom here. So here it is, and you're all set up, except for you need your battery pack, because this needs to be charged, because you will die throughout the day, or this will die. Hopefully you don't die, but this will die. The Karma Grip will die throughout the day, especially if you're in cold temperatures. So you have 2 options. You can either plug it in on the chairlift, which is a lot more hassle and it doesn't get as much charge. What I have done is I would just tape this kind of all 3 together, like so. So you duct tape all this stuff around, and then you simply plug in the USB side to your battery port, and then this can plug into the back of the Karma Grip, like so. And then the camera will start getting charged. As you can see, the light just came on, and it shows that it's charging. So that's not, it's a lot of setup. It's not horrible. The one thing that I did end up buying, and I was planning on running it on this rig, but I never quite did because I ended up buying the 9, is you can buy this little piece. So this holds the battery pack, like so. It just tightens up. It's like $12 off Amazon. So my plan was to get another pole mount and just mount it back here, so that you would have, essentially your rig would look like this. Or you could mount it underneath here, so it's all tucked away and up at the front. Honestly, it doesn't really matter where you put it, but you do need to have something charging this. Again, it depends how long you're filming for. I usually film for the whole day, or at least have my camera with me the whole day, and it's usually on so that if I see somebody doing something, I don't have to wait for the camera to power on. I can just hit record. So usually my camera is on the whole day. That's pretty much it for your GoPro 7 Karma Grip Hero 4 mic monopod thing. If you have any questions regarding this, please let me know, or if you're questioning what you should do for your setup, just let me know, because I love talking about gear, especially GoPro stuff. I don't know why, but I've always been filming on GoPro stuff, and yeah, I just like it. If you've liked this video and you enjoyed this setup and talking about camera gear and whatnot, please like this video, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and share this with all your other video friends. Until next time, guys, I will see you on Friday when I drop my vlog/snowboard video, and I will see you guys then.